Hello everyone, this is Shubhra Bhatnagar and today I have brought a new video on the chapter of Beehive, that is the bond of love. What the chapter is about, this chapter deals with the idea that the bond of love overcomes all difficulties and obstacles. It knows no barrier of any language, gender, nationality. Love makes even an animal respond gently and humanly. This, this story is written by Kenneth Anderson. Let's know about Kenneth Anderson. Kenneth Kenneth's full name is Kenneth Douglas Stewart Anderson. He was born on 8th March 1910. He was an Indian writer and hunter who wrote books about his adventures in the jungles of South India. His famous books are The Pond of Love, Tales from the Indian Jungle, Man Eaters, and Jungle Killers. His books have also been translated into many languages. Let's start the summary of the chapter The Bond of Love. First of all, we will see how the author brings home a bear cub. 2 years ago, the author and his companions were passing through the sugarcane field near Mysore. Some people were driving away the wild pigs from their fields. Suddenly, a sloth bear came out of the fields panting due to the heat of the sun. The author didn't want to shoot at the bear, but one of his companions shot it on the spot. When the author and his companions came near the fallen bear, they saw a baby bear riding on its mother's back. The bear cub ran round the fallen bear, making a pitiful noise. Then he ran away into the sugarcane field. The author caught the bear cub and put him in a gunny bag and brought him to Bangalore. The author presented this bear cub to his wife. He was really happy to receive this male cub, whom she named Bruno. Now we will see the friendship of Bruno with the family. The author's wife loved Bruno and looked after him like her own son. Bruno started drinking milk from a bottle. As Bruno grew up, he started eating and drinking a lot of things. He ate porridge, vegetables, fruits, nuts, meat, rice, eggs, etc. He also drank milk, coffee, and even beer happily. He soon became friendly with the children and the dogs which the author had. He enjoyed playing and running into the kitchen whenever he liked. He also slept in the author's beds. Now we see a strange mishap. One day, a strange accident befell Bruno. The author had put down barium carbonate in the library. He had brought it to kill rats. Bruno entered the library and took some of the poisonous matter. As a result of it, he suffered a stroke of paralysis. With great difficulty, he dragged himself to the author's wife. He was vomiting and breathing heavily. Immediately, he was taken to a veterinary surgeon. Bruno was given 10 cc of antidote. His condition remained unchanged. When another 10 cc injection was given to Bruno, he got up. He had a good meal. The author and his wife heaved a sigh of relief. At another time, Bruno drank a gallon of engine oil, but it had no effect on him. Gradually, Bruno grew up and came to be known as Baba. Now we see the joyful feats of Baba. Baba was now a fully grown up bear. He equaled more than two dogs in height. At times he was playful and in a mischievous mood. He could do a few tricks. At the command of the author's wife, Baba could wrestle or box. He would hold a stick like a gun. But Baba had to be chained due to the presence of the tenant's children in the house. Now we see Baba at the zoo. On the advice of some of the author's friends, Baba was taken to a zoo at Mysore, and since he had become very big, he could not be kept at home. The author's wife became very sad and dejected in the absence of Baba. She stopped eating. Baba too felt miserable and refused to eat anything. The author's wife wrote many letters to the curator of the zoo to know the well being of Baba. Now we see the author's wife visits Baba. The author's wife insisted on seeing Baba. Finding her adamant, the author took her to Bruno. His friends had guessed that the bear would not recognize her, but the moment Baba saw her, he cried with happiness. The author's wife patted him through the bars. She gave him tea, cakes, ice cream. At last, she had to leave him. At the time of parting, she wept bitterly. Baba too cried bitterly. Then the curator was moved by Baba's attachment with the author's wife. She requested him to send Baba back home. The curator expressed his helplessness because Bruno was now the government property. Then she met the superintendent and requested him to get Bruno back. He not only agreed but also gave her a cage for transporting Baba to Bangalore. At last, we see how Baba is back to home. At home, the author and his wife made an island for Baba. It was 20 feet long and 15 feet wide. It was surrounded by a moat 6 feet wide and 7 feet deep. They also placed a wooden box for Baba to sleep in. Straw was placed in it to keep Baba warm. Here, Baba felt very happy. The author's wife spent hours sitting here in the company of Baba. Here, the summary of the chapter Bond of Love is completed. Thank you for attending the video.